Hello, and welcome back to the Fairway. So I picked up a little book that it's not very long. It's only like, I don't know, 40 pages or something. That I saw on Instagram called The Golf Fly, and I was curious, so I downloaded it and I read it, and maybe, just maybe, the golf swing is a throw. And I've been doing it for about the last week, and I've seen some improvements. Again, I've seen another kind of tick up in my club head speed. My body seems to be following the kinematic sequence a lot better. My left knee isn't bent way past impact. My left leg seems to be straightening. I don't see any issues with all these things that we talk about and worry about, like the plane the club is swinging on. What you're trying to do is be aware of your hands. So as you swing back, you're aware of where your hands are. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to sling or throw the club head at the ball. So you can feel your hands and arms, and you have to develop an awareness of where the club head is. And a lot of that has to do with that there's weight on the end of the shaft, and you can feel the club head get in line. So that's what I've been working on. And it seems to be working. I taught for a long time, and I was curious as to what lie I had been telling people. And it's nice. He says, it's not malicious. We're kind of looking at the results of emotion. And he relates it to anything that you do physically, so like walking, but throwing in particular, because I guess that's what they did a study on. This all took place in Australia, and my garage is about 90 degrees, and the humidity is about 90%. The research took place in Australia, and they talked about the learning, how to learn the golf swing. And if you put it in terms of this throwing motion, that's something that we do, and I guess is unique to humans, that we've learned to throw naturally. Now, some people don't throw as naturally as others, and I know that. And I'm not saying that this is right. What I'm trying to say is that this might be a possibility. That's why the title of the little video is Maybe It's a Throw. And I relate it back a lot to the golfing machine, which I worked with Ben Doyle, and he used to always say, your mind is in your hands, your mind is in your hands. You have to feel where the club head is. And that's what they're asking us, or that's what this book is asking you to do, is to kind of have a sense of where your hands and arms are by way of they're connected to you. You can feel them. I'll hit one ball, and I'll demonstrate what I'm feeling when I get set up. I get set up in my golf swing, in my golf posture. So club's in line with my left arm, club's on plane with my right arm. I start the club back behind the ball about a foot for the same reason Mo Norman talked about it. you've taken the first 2 feet of the swing out of the procedure. So you take it back, lay it on the line, and then all I have to do now is just turn up. I let my hands flow up. I try to get them around my right shoulder. I'm trying not to be too worried about the look. And then from here, the idea is basically you throw your hands at the ball. Now it's easier for me because my hands are raised at impact. My hands are basically in line. My left hand is basically in line with the ball. My right hand, palm of my right hand is basically in line. My right arm is in line with the golf ball. So when I take it back, all I have to do is drive my arms. And my hips and body stay with my arms to support my arm motion. Now, my mistake when I do this right now is I get ahead of it. I get this way. I don't let everything, I get anxious that I'm not going to get to it, that my body's not going to get to it. But I've hit a lot of great shots with it, and my body's getting there. So again, it's pretty, I would say it's fairly straightforward. The thing that is odd is that you don't really think about turning your hips. I don't think about turning my hips. I think about taking turn my shoulders to get my right hand to my right shoulder. And then you just drive your hands down and your body will support this motion. Now, I know this goes against everything that we've been taught in golf. It goes against a lot of the things that I used to teach. And I think that maybe, just maybe, we make this thing too complicated. Now I'll say this, when you set up with your hands low, when you set up in a more traditional position like this, with your hands low, I think it makes it harder to get down to here. I think that's a hard position to hit. Not that, in this case, we're really not too worried about positions, but I think it's a very difficult position to get to. It's much easier for me to let my arms orbit outwards towards the ball. So when I set up, my hands are raised. And it makes it a lot easier for me to get to the ball. I will say this, and I'll post the latest TrackMan numbers. My club head speed has gone up about 2 miles an hour. I'm up in that 77, 76, 78 range, which is pretty good. I mean, it went from 73 to up to 77, 78. I occasionally are hitting 80s, and so I'm happy about that. And with this, my body doesn't seem to be working as hard. And I don't know why. I have no idea why. So, and I'm sure there are people out there that might have an idea. Don't be afraid to put them in the comments. I'll put the title of the book, or the little, it's not much of a book, but it's kind of a pamphlet. I'll put the title of it in the description. And if there's a website, I'll put the website. And then One last thing. Hey, please go to the big golf towel. I'm using mine, one of mine right now. Here, I'll grab it real quick. Please go to the big golf towel. I have this end soaking wet, as you can see. This end is nice and dry, nothing's wicked through. I use it every day. I mean, especially, I'm here in Alabama, so it's hot and humid. So thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and comment and tell me what you think. Is this a bunch of BS, or maybe there's something to it? I don't know, but I'm having some success with it. So take a look. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days.